Hello and welcome to Tomahawk Stadium, where the Indian Hill Braves are getting set to take on the St. Xavier Tigers. That's right, they're Tigers, not the Bombers. This is actually a team from Kentucky, Peter.
So yeah, we have a battle from both sides of the river here. So
That's right, and the Braves win the first possession, but it's taken quickly away out of bounds. And previously, the JV played, and actually the score I think was 13 to nothing, 14 to nothing, Indian Hill Braves. So we'll see how this game fares. Hopefully, it'll be a little closer and a little more exciting, but I'm not sure that I can guarantee that. The Braves this year have had a fairly good season. They've had a huge win up against Moeller that was here at Tomahawk Stadium. It's probably their biggest win of the season. And they're trying to get another one here. So the Braves are going to slow up and set up their offense.
the Braves still setting up their offense here. Really not looking to push anything. I mean, we saw Indian Hill's power in the JV game. They won 14-2 today, so we'll see what this varsity team can do against St. X.
Yeah, it was Peter. It was 14-0, actually. Anyway, we got Johnson with the pass inside. It's not going to go, and we got a save by the St. Xavier goalkeeper. And so St. Xavier is going to get really their first possession on offense here as they take it up into the Braves territory. We got some good defense by Alex Tenike. He's able to break up that runner, and the ball's loose here in front of the goal now. And that's a deflected pass. It's going to go almost all the way out to midfield. And another bad pass, and St. Xavier's going to settle themselves down and set up their offense as the Braves defense resets also. So we've got a bunch of mishandled passes by St. Xavier, and the result is Hopewell passes the ball to Andrew Kiriakis, who's taking it all the way up the field. And he's going to slow things down. He's got a defender right behind him. Easily evades him. And now Case Kuzno.
Kuzno. And that was good.
Yeah, with the first goal of the day. That's a Case.
That was a crank shot. You really saw a lot of power there.
Oh, yeah. He definitely saw an opening in that lane and just took it. He went for it. Even though Andrew Kiriakis, he tried to slow up the offense, Case took that opportunity. And
Case never too hesitant to push it into the goal. You know, even seeing him football season and now seeing him in lacrosse.
Oh, yeah.
Not scared to take that shot.
You know, we'll see what the story pans out to be this time. But the last time we filmed here at Tomahawk Stadium, the story was really of the Greek fire between the two Kiriakis brothers.
In particular, Nicky, 3 goals, hat trick.
Oh, yeah.
On the night. So that was against Moeller, huge win, and Indian Hill's really picked it up since then. They beat Sycamore, and
that's another goal by Indian Hill, and that's number 6, Henry Schmidt, with his first goal of the game. So early, it's 2-0 Braves.
So Indian Hill with the ball now. Pushing it again toward St. X's goal. And Nick Kiriakis with the shot. That's going to be deflected by the Louisville goalie. Pass inside. Good check by the Louisville defender. Shot by Ryan Murray of Indian Hill. And that's going to be another deflection. Almost intercepted there. And Indian Hill's going to pick it back up, and it's going to head the other way toward the offensive side of the field.
Braves are going to slow things down a bit here. That's a pass over to Josh Lewis. Into Harrison Rogers. Takes it across the field and passes it over to David Crabiel, who looks for the shot and finally finds it, and that's going to go wide right, and it's going to remain Indian Hill's ball. And so we're going to have a quick break in the action here. Both teams make a number of substitutions. And the St. Xavier goalkeeper is going to take the ball out for the Tigers. And their defender quickly loses it. Yeah. And Henry Schmidt with the ball now. He's going to take it up for the Braves. And got a lot of yelling as Nicky Kiriakis takes the ball behind the goal, pass inside. And was looking for a shot there, but not taken. And now here's Henry Schmidt, who takes it solo, and that shot goes wide left, and Murray is there to maintain possession for the Braves.
So Indian Hill will set up their offense. Looking to make a move toward the goal. Pass, and that one's good.
Oh, yeah.
For Stink. That's Ryan Murray, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's good to see Murray making those shots in the last game here at against Moeller. He had a lot of opportunities like that, but it seemed like his shot was going a little high, so it's good that he's got that under control now, and I think he'll be a real powerhouse now that he's got a shot down. So he brings the Braves lead up to 3.
And Andrew, I mean, speaking of the last game that we taped here at Indian Hill, it had to be such a thrill for him to be able to beat his old school Moeller.
Oh, yeah. And there's going to be a flag on that defensive play there as the Kentucky player hits the turf.
So that possession is going to go to St. Xavier.
Yeah, and that penalty is going to be on Austin Samandel, who's going to sit for 30 seconds.
And St. Xavier really just looking to set up their offense here. Working the ball around the top.
Ooh,
that's
wow.
a shot, and it's gonna go past Michael Hopewell. So with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
And that's definitely an excellent pass and shot combination there. That was just a pass right in front of the goalie with a quick stick shot by number 4 on St. Xavier, and that closes the lead down to 2 with 5:40 left in the first quarter. And Indian Hill wins the face-off there. And that's number 10, Drew Tolliver, with the ball. He's got a long pass over to, I think that's Henry Schmidt. Yeah?
Yeah, that's Henry Schmidt.
And that shot's going to be high. And Indian Hill's ball.
So Nicky Kariakis will bring it out here for the Braves. Really has great footwork, great moves as he blows right by the defender, and he's actually going to get a shot.
Ooh.
That's going to bounce right off the post.
Yeah, that was real close, Peter. That's definitely his bread and butter is coming off that corner. He really gets a lot of good looks and good shots off that, but that one unfortunately hit the post, and now St. Xavier has the ball on the Braves' side of the field.
But Indian Hill's defense is very quick to recover against this St. Xavier team.
And St. Xavier tries to make some substitutions there, but they come real slow. It was not a very efficient change of men on the field.
Indian Hill's going to lose the ball. It's going to fall out of Whitehouse's stick, and St. Xavier's going to come up with it and take it the other way. St. Xavier with the shot.
Ooh, and that's deflected off Hopewell's leg.
Really just have to be tough as nails to play goalie in this sport of lacrosse. I mean, not too much padding that they wear at all, and Mike Hopewell's just going to take that shot off his leg. And
yeah, and they're going to go ahead and call a penalty. I think that's on Kevin McFarland, who's going to be out for 30 seconds. Or actually, that's Chase Daniels, excuse me. Yeah, Chase Daniels, 30-second penalty there. I guess he hit him while he was on the ground. Ooh, and Alex Tenek with a good block there with the stick. He just had his stick right up in the guy's face, and he tried to make a pass. And
Indian Hill will be going the other way with it.
Josh Lewis takes it all the way around the goal for the Braves. He's going to pass it off to Henry Schmidt. And Danny Johnson is back in the game for the Braves. And Case Kuzno is going to check in for Lewis.
Kuzno with the ball now for the Braves.
Ooh, and that's a bad pass by Kuzno, and that's picked off. So St. Xavier's going to have possession of the ball, and Danny Johnson with some good defense there makes him lose. And I think his stick hit the other player in the face. So they're going to call a flag. They're going to call a penalty there. Yeah, they're going to call a slash there. Hit him in the face. So he's going to sit down for a little bit. So Kentucky's going to have the ball here. They've got numbers, and Indian Hill's going to move towards a zone defense here. And there's a shot at goal. That's a good save by Michael Hopewell.
Great save by Mike Hopewell.
Austin Simandl with the ball. He's taking it up the field. This long stick, he's having a little trouble catching it. And he gets run off the ball. Comes back to it. Now he's got possession. And he loses his stick.
And Kentucky will take it the other direction. But slowed by Indian Hill's defense. That's Alex Tenek who loses his footing there. But
oh, and he knocks down two defenders, or two offenders, and he's about to get possession, but they're going to say
maybe it was a little too aggressive of a move, and it's going to go.
So. Now we got a timeout, I think, by the Braves. So we're going to take a break in the action here, and he's going to talk things over. The score is 3-1 with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first quarter.
And Andrew, are you surprised how early the Braves came out in this game? Already have 3 goals on the board. Usually the Braves are pretty slow to start. We saw that against Moeller. We've seen that against other teams. Are you surprised with how they've come out so far in this game?
I can't say I'm too surprised. I figured that they would come out attacking real strong just because of the way that the JV game went earlier, just previous to that, with the domination there. So I'm not surprised that they came out trying to attack and get an early lead so that they can put this one away early. But the 3 quick goals, and then now St. Xavier with the most recent goal cut the lead to 2. So this is much like what the Moeller game looked like the last time, where it was 3 quick goals early by Moeller, and then Indian Hill came back. So we'll see what happens here. The Braves. What do you think the Braves have to focus on improving in this next quarter, or the rest of the game?
Improving it in this next quarter. I mean, I think they really got to be patient on offense. You know, look for their goals. They're getting open looks at the goal, and if they're patient, they're definitely going to finish them, and they'll extend their lead pretty easily, actually.
I think that's definitely correct. So it is St. Xavier's ball with about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And that pass is mishandled. And now Boss Ross is trying to scoop that one up.
Boss Ross having a little trouble there, but he's going to get some help from his teammate. But no, the ball's still loose.
And when Tenike loses his stick there. And now we get a pass up to Franco, who's going to take his long stick across the halfway point. Now he's going to retreat back after passing the ball off to Danny Johnson. And Danny's going to slow things down as we make a quick substitution. We get Case in there for Josh Lewis.
So Andrew Kariakis over to Case Cousineau. Cousineau back to Gone. Danny Johnson with the shot, and that's going to be deflected by the goalie.
Yeah, that's an excellent save by the goalie. He just shoved his net right out and made that block. It's a good save.
And the goalie's going to come almost to the 40-yard line, so you don't
now
see
we got
that
an
too
offsides
often.
call. And that's just that's where you've got to be adept and really know the rules of the game and make sure that you're aware of your surroundings in this sport. Because that's definitely not a mistake that you want to make if you're St. Xavier and you're down by 2 at this point. And that was a shot by Matt Arnold that goes wide, and that's going to be St. Xavier's ball.
So St. Xavier's goalie now with the ball. And last time he went all the way to the 40-yard line before he passed it, but this time he'll stop around the 20.
So we got some good defense by the Braves, but Kentucky gets it in the middle, and that is that play's broken up. And I think we have a penalty on Kentucky, but since Braves had the ball, it won't be assessed yet. And right there we have the end of the first quarter where the Braves are leading the St. Xavier Tigers 3-1.
So Andrew, what do you think playing at this time of day, how does that affect the players? I mean, it's a pretty warm day out. I mean, fatigue could set in late in the game. How do you think playing a day game opposed to a night game in lacrosse, how does that affect the players, their mentality, how they come out ready to play, or how do you feel that affects them?
I don't know if it affects how ready they are to play, but I definitely think that playing in the heat of the sun and everything affects their hydration throughout the game. And I think it's a lot harder to stay hydrated during a day game than during a night game where it's cooler and the sun's not really out and you're playing underneath the lights. However, I do think that the guys are more pumped to play night games or playing under the lights. It's always special when you can play under the lights at home. But, I mean, other than the hydration factor, I don't think it really affects it all that much. They just got to make sure that they're drinking plenty of fluids.
So the girls actually in tournament right now, up in Columbus today. Their first game they won, I believe it was 16-2, and they play their next game at 3 o'clock. So maybe we'll get some updates about that game throughout this game.
Possibly. And maybe we can get some updates about the baseball doubleheader that is happening right now.
So Indian Hill gets ready, set to take the face-off. So Samandel will hustle after his own ball. Let's pick it up. So that was an excellent pass. That was an excellent pass by Brad Johnson, and that's going to be a goal there for Matt Arnold. And let's see if Samandel can't win another face-off like he just did for Indian Hill. So Kentucky's going to come up with that one, but there's going to be a pushing call against the Braves. So Louisville, Kentucky rather, St. X from Kentucky will lose possession, and that'll go to the Braves. And that shot's good. He's going to get hit a little bit late, a little bit after the play, and Andrew.
Yeah, that was a little extracurricular activity right there afterwards. I mean, the shot was already off, and then he gets decked after the ball's already in the goal. So the Braves have really, at the beginning of both the first and the second quarter, have really shown their stuff and put some points up on the board.
So while Danny Johnson may be tiny, he's very mighty as he comes up with the face-off there.
Oh, yeah. We got another shot, Nicky Kiriakis, and that's deflected. And another shot that's deflected. So this goalkeeper's
Indian Hill just taking rips at the goal here.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. That was kind of a pass, and that ball's going to cross midfield, and Franco's there to kick it over to Kiriakis. A good block out by Franco.
Now bringing it up for the Braves.
And that's a good save by Kentucky. And so that ball's going to go all the way through back to Franco Aguirre. And now Nicky Kiriakis with 4 defenders on him. Tries to get it.
Goes back to Kentucky, yeah.
And that ball is going to be caught by Alex Tenike, and he's going to take it up himself.
So a fantastic interception there by Alex Tenike.
He's got a good pass over, and then Matt Arnold's shot is
almost
blocked.
A wide open look at the goal. Great comeback by the goalie there.
Yeah, that was definitely a good save. Great save, actually. He dove across the goal and threw his net right in the face and caught the ball. It's real good. This is Harrison Rogers with the ball now. He's going to pass it in. And we had a quick shot there by Hank, and that's not going to go. The goalkeeper comes out on this one. And his team's able to maintain possession to save it. And Austin Samandel comes in and knocks the ball loose. He's just a phenomenal defensive player.
I think the biggest asset he brings to this team is his intensity. He really comes onto the field with a lot of intensity. I mean, he's only a sophomore, but he brings a lot of intensity to the game.
That's right, Peter, and he's constantly running on and off the field, so his intensity level really maintains its same level throughout the game, because every time he steps on the field, he's ready to go and ready to, do his job.
So a couple substitutions for this Kentucky team, and one will come in for Indian Hill. Kentucky will get the ball to resume play. Pass it over to their keeper.
Oh, that pass is almost intercepted, and that would have been a pretty much wide open goal for Nicky Kiriakis if he had caught that. And that ball's taken away by Austin Samandel and passed up.
Great pass by Austin Samandel. Seeing the man right next to him.
Oh, yeah, and there's Nicky Kiriakis, and the defender knocks the ball out before he gets the shot off. And the St. Xavier goalkeeper comes up with it. Now it's a long pass downfield to one of his midfield players. And that ball is ripped out of there by David Crabiel. And now Boss Ross.
Ross with the ball there. Passes over back to Boss Ross. Boss Ross is going to take it down the field a little bit now. And finally pass it off
to Matt Arnold. And we get a long shot.
Long crank shot there for the Braves. And
it appeared like it went in for a second, but it actually hit the side of the net. Did not go in. And so Franco temporarily blocked that pass, but he got to its destination anyway, and there he pokes the ball out, and that's going to be Braves' ball.
So the story of this game has really been Indian Hill's defense. They've really shut down everything and anything this Kentucky team has sent at them.
Oh, that's very true. They're anticipating passes well. Their one-on-one defense is very much superior to the Kentucky's team. And we get a flag there as Kyriakis hits the turf. And we get a push, and that's going to be a 1-minute penalty on number 13 for St. Xavier.
Andrew Kyriakis will have the ball for Indian Hill. We resume possession. So Indian Hill setting up their offense.
Really working the ball around here.
Really working it. Okay. The Greek fire there. See the connection. Indian Hill really being patient here, looking for a shot.
And that was a long shot by Kyriakis, and that's a save for the Kentucky goalkeeper. And that pass goes all the way through to the second attack, and Indian Hill's defense takes over from there. Kyriakis bringing the ball across midfield. Pass over to Hank. Indian Hill really getting a lot of passes in before their shots.
Indian Hill really being patient on offense.
Oh, yeah.
Really just working the ball in here.
And that's going to be Braves' ball.
Trying to look for the wide open shot. Not getting too aggressive.
Danny Johnson comes up with that loose ball. So the Braves have really slowed things down now that they're in a comfortable lead. They're still getting their shots in, but they're definitely being a lot more patient on offense. And
you could almost say passive, Andrew.
Yeah, almost. I mean, they're still getting some aggressive shots, but they're definitely maintaining possession of the ball. I bet their time of possession is a considerable amount more than the Kentucky team.
So quite a few subs for both teams are going to come in now.
The Braves continue to work the ball around. And we had a shot that's off the crossbar again. And the Braves maintain possession. They get their own rebound.
That's a crank shot, and that's just a little bit too much mustard on as it soars past the goal.
So, Peter, I think on this one possession, the Braves have gotten at least 5 shots off.
Yeah, Indian Hill really just doing a good job of controlling the ball. Even after they take shots, they're hustling and getting the ball back. So really doing a nice job of controlling the ball and controlling the clock.
And we should have a shot here now. No shot there, and that ball is finally taken away.
It's going to be broken up, yeah.
Yeah, but then the
But,
pass
but
is
good
taken right
hustle.
back away.
Good hustle by Indian Hill there.
David Crabiel with an excellent hustle staying on his man, and now we have a goal.
And so the hustle pays off as Indian Hill reaps the reward and another goal. That was a goal by Brad Johnson.
And maybe we'll see if we can get a replay of Brad Johnson's goal.
I mean, that was great hustle there by David Crabiel.
Oh, yeah, he really stuck with his man well.
Came up with the ball there. So Indian Hill's going to not quite going to get there. They're going to lose their stick there. So.
All right, I've got the replay coming up in just a sec.
And Peter, I think we're gonna have a replay of Brad Johnson's goal here real quick.
That was a good shot. Great hustle by David Crabiel as we wait for this replay.
All right, forget it. Just forget it.
That's a good hit there by Austin Samandel, who really brings that intensity like we were talking about before, as he'll sub out of the game.
And so maybe since we've got a short break in the action, we get that replay now.
Assholes.
So I think,
Quite sure what the call is here.
I don't know, but the ref's telling the Indian Hill team to back up a bit.
Too close to the sideline, and the refs are going to take a break here and discuss the call to see who has possession exactly. And the call is going to be overturned, and it's going to go to Kentucky.
I can't
St.
control
Xavier.
replay, forget it.
So that's an interesting call, Peter. I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe somebody stepped out of bounds. I really don't know.
Coach Hal definitely not happy, having some words with the officials now. So passes back to his own keeper. Is going to throw over to one of their D-sticks.
So they kind of got themselves in a trap here with no one to pass to and nowhere to go. So now we finally have an offsides call, and that's the second time of the game that St. Xavier's found themselves with nowhere to go but offsides. It's a good pass to Brad Johnson for his second goal of the game.
That was a real quick hitter there for
Oh,
Brad
yeah.
Johnson.
Hey guys, get out.
Peter, who's that taking the face off there?
I'm not quite sure. It looks like number 18.
I think that's Marcus Lewis.
So
Is
Marcus Lewis not able to win it for Indian Hill. And number 35 now with the ball, who's going to pass it off to number 19. Cleveland, or for Kentucky St. Xavier rather.
So Indian Hill's defense definitely sticking to their guns, and they're really not letting this Kentucky team do anything with the ball. Franco sticking tough there and finally gets some help. And now we got Alex Tenike taking the ball away, and he's going to bring that one up
Tenike
himself.
really doing a good job of stealing the ball.
Oh yeah, he's had a lot of steals, and he tries for the money shot there up to Matt Arnold, but he's not able to get a handle on the ball because the pass was a little high, and that's going to be Kentucky's ball.
Sergio, what does this Kentucky team have to do to get back into this game?
Well, Peter, it's going to be tough, but what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to play some tougher defense, and they're going to have to make sure that they make their possessions on offense count. Because right now, they're not taking very good care of the ball. And if they can start taking care of the ball and make their possessions longer and really settle down their offense and run some plays here, they might be able to get some goals. But if they don't do that, there's really no hope.
Yep.
And there's a good block, good save by Michael Hopewell.
So that's going to be offsides against Indian Hill. St. Xavier really having a lot of trouble with that call today, and now it's going to go back to St. Xavier.
And so that was Brad Johnson there. He temporarily got the ball, but he lost it. And so there's a bad pass by St. Xavier, and they're proud. Boss Ross is going to fight hard to get that ball, and he does get it across. But it's a 3-on-1 situation. And so finally, St. Xavier gets the ball back. And now Tenike with another takeaway.
Tenike with another takeaway, trying to get possession of the ball. And
he is having an excellent game on defense.
That's going to be a call against St. Xavier, so Indian Hill's going to keep the possession here.
But Peter, so far the two stars on defense have been Tenike and Samandel.
Samandel really coming in, you know, giving the Braves some quality minutes with bringing the intensity to the game.
That's right, and Tenike forcing turnovers just left and right.
Yeah.
Basically
really
every time they get the ball on Indian Hill's side of the field, Tenike forces a turnover.
That's a pretty good hit by Marcus Lewis, but Indian Hill's going to lose possession of the ball, and it's going to be taken out by the Louisville keeper.
Oh, and that was a bad decision not taking that first shot.
Wide left. Yeah, he did have the open look.
He had an open look, and he should have taken that shot, but he hesitated, and the defender was able to get his body up in his face, and so his shot went wide left.
There is a famous saying, Andrew, he who hesitates is lost, and he definitely lost that opportunity to give his team another goal.
That's definitely true. And Peter, if you can tell me what book of the Bible that saying comes out of, I'll give you $5.
I can't, so
too bad.
I guess I'm out $5, Andrew. I think it was an ancient proverb, if you will.
Peter, it's not an ancient proverb. Proverbs come from China.
Exactly. A samurai master once told me.
Well, was he one of those immortal ones, like in the Highlander?
He taught Hopel everything he knows.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got a good through pass to Kyriakis, but he kind of mishandled the ball a little bit there and wasn't able to get the pass.
There's going to be a big bunch of players there in the middle of the field.
And then we got Henry Schmidt with the ball.
Schmidt with the ball now. Nice move.
He's got a couple good moves and finally loses it. We got a flag.
That's going to be tripping against Indian Hill.
Yeah, it's going to be on Murray. It's going to be about either 30 seconds or a minute, one of the two. But regardless, there's 2.4 seconds left in the half. And so right after this ball, right after the rest blow the whistle, we'll be heading into the locker room.
So Indian Hill will be a man down here.
Yeah,
for the end
everybody's
of the
trying to get
half.
set.
So St. Xavier from Kentucky really has to look to push it here, and surprising they're going to go backwards with it.
Yeah, I
Not
think
even
they
get a
thought they had
shot
more
at
time than
goal.
they did. But at the end of the half, the Braves are up 7-1 here at Tomahawk Stadium. And we'll see you right after the break.
fans, and welcome back to the second half as we're joining you again.
One of our cameras is not working. Camera 2.
And so St. Xavier now working the ball around. And they get an open shot there, and that's going to be a goal.
So St. Xavier, obviously whatever they said at halftime worked as they come out early and put one in the back of the net.
And that cuts the Braves' lead down to 5 early in the third period. So Danny Johnson is going to take the face-off for the Braves here. He's been pretty good at it so far this game. And the Braves are going to come up with that one as Austin Samandel picks up the ball for the Braves. He's going to dish it off to Danny. And Case Kuzno comes in for Austin. And so Nick Kiriakis takes the ball, he's going to set up, and he's going to hit the turf. No penalty called. And that's going to be a Braves ball as Kentucky just throws it out of bounds. So we got a couple substitutions for St. Xavier. Nicky Kiriakis with the ball for the Braves. And we're back underway. And Murray's going to take it around, pass off, and we get a shot that's wide. That was deflected. And that's a pass over to Nick Kiriakis that was at his feet, and that's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be St. Xavier's ball. We're going to have 3, let's see, maybe even 4 substitutions here. Yeah, 4 substitutions for St. Xavier.
So that's going to be possessed by the Kentucky keeper, and he's going to send it way upfield.
And that's swept away by Indian Hill. But Kentucky maintains possession. Oh, and he passes the ball to a player who was not aware he should have been there. But nonetheless, they're able to maintain. So the Braves are really allowing for the St. X team to do a lot on offense now. They're not really having the same type of pressure defense as they were before. You could almost say they're kind of lackadaisical now on their defensive end.
You could say that, Andrew. I mean, it seems like they're almost taking a break. They almost relaxed at halftime, and they're not even ready to play. They're letting St. Xavier really just move all over the place in their defense. But Mike Hopewell is going to come up with a big save there for the Braves.
And we got a goal by Nicky Kiriakis. That was just an excellent pass and good awareness by his teammate there, and he's going to take advantage of that situation, and maybe we'll have a replay of that spectacular goal. And actually, I think that's Nicky's second goal of the game. And Marcus Lewis is going to take the face off here. And he's real fighting hard, and we got a penalty. And that's going to be Kentucky's ball. Let's take a call down to the van where Andrew Wiebold is directing. Andrew, do you think we're going to have a replay of Nikki's goal?
If you were paying attention, it already showed. If you
Well,
noticed.
let's go ahead and take another look at that real quick while we got some time. And there's there's Nikki Kiriakis right now, and there's a shot and right in there. Good job. All right. And now Kentucky with the ball again. Down by 6, working it around. And they're definitely getting some more passes on offense that they normally would. And Boss Ross forces that turnover, and they're going to pass that off to Michael Hopewell. He's going to throw that all the way down to Franco.
Franco all the way on the offensive side of the field.
Yeah, and
now.
he gets rocked a little bit there. And there's going to be some sort of penalty. And it's going to be Indian Hills ball.
So perhaps it's a cross check. That's what the penalty looked to indicate there by the ref.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Peter.
So one of those purple stick seniors, I don't know if you picked that up yet, Andrew, but the 4 players that have played for all 4 years have purple sticks.
And that's Case Cousineau with a goal there.
That would be Case Cousineau, who just scored that goal. Andrew Kiriakis, Danny Johnson, and Franco Aguirre, they all have purple shafts on their sticks.
And Peter, I think we'll get a chance to take another look at that goal by Case Cousineau.
That was a good shot and just extends the Braves' lead to 7.
And I think that's his second goal of the game. So I think that makes 3 players with at least 2 goals. Brad Johnson, Nikki Kiriakis, and Case Cousineau.
So Josh Lewis with the faceoff for Indian Hill. Kentucky's going to come up with it and take it the other direction. Going to pass back to a teammate who looks over to the right. And a crank shot. That's going to be deflected by Michael Hopewell, who records another save.
And he tried to get a pass off there to Franco, and it didn't really work, so he
Franco
scoops it
had
up
a
to
little
Murray.
trouble. Yeah, scooping it there.
It's a pretty good play by Franco.
Franco's going to take off in the other direction now.
And that shot is wide, and it's going to maintain Indian Hill's possession. And so here's the replay of Case Cousineau's goal. Going to go in, just splits the defenders right there, and gets a beautiful shot off. And that's good.
And now back to the game.
Where it's going to be Indian Hill's ball.
Yeah.
After that pretty good save by the Kentucky goalkeeper. Dish it off to Josh Lewis, who collides with another player there, and that player's
Somebody's
down.
down, and looks like we're going to have timeout by the ref, an injury timeout. So Terry Conti not here today, so Sandy will be taking her place as the Indian Hill trainer trots out on the field along with St. Xavier's trainer. And you really hate to see players go down, Andrew.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Especially, I mean, mid-season, they still have state tournaments both for Kentucky and Ohio. I mean, you hate to see a player get injured like that.
So maybe we can get a replay of that that collision there. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
So doesn't seem like the collision was on film, so I don't think we're going to be able to get a replay, but quite a few people running out there to assist the player who's down.
I think the player might have got hit with a ball in an exposed area or something, because he kind of collided with Josh right during his shot. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but they're looking at his neck area. I'm not exactly sure what's going on.
So while we have this break in the action, I think we should take time to recognize the people who are making this possible here today. Behind the scenes, we have Derek Bach, a new cameraman for IHTN, who's been filling in, doing a good job for us so far today. And directing, we have Andrew Wiebold, doing a good job down there in the van, making things happen.
And then us too, so our total crew today is a mere 4, but we're getting it done nonetheless, Peter.
You know, we're short-staffed, but we can get it done. We can make it happen. So
That we can.
looks like it might be a collarbone injury by the position of his ice. And he's gonna walk off the field now. His play will resume here in a minute.
And so it's going to be Indian Hills possession. We get a pass over to Nicky Kiriakis. And it looks like the Braves are going to try to work it around. There's Brad Johnson with the ball.
There's going to be a call against Indian Hill, and that's going to go to Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the call was there.
So letting the keeper have his go at it. He's going to pass it over to another defender. He's having a little trouble scooping off the ball there. So Kentucky controlling the ball now here, about the 30-yard line. Make a move. Pretty good defense there by number 19 for Indian Hill. Samanda with
Except he's going to get called for slashing there. He's going to have to sit down for about 30 seconds, and Tenak's going to come in to take his place.
Alex Tenak, who had a huge impact on this game so far, picking up a lot of loose balls, so we'll see what he can do now that he's back into the game. So 35 will bring it out for St. X.
And Tenak forces another turnover. It's something he's been excellent at during this game. And Hopewell's pass goes long, and that's taken away by Kentucky. And let's see, that was Boss Ross with a pretty good hit there, and Kentucky loses the ball now. They're trying to take that shot. And they're going to have to kick it around. And so that should be white ball. But I don't think it's going to be a no. They're going to say that St. Xavier is going to have possession of that. Possibly no, okay.
Okay, now that's going to Indian Hill.
Yeah, that's good. They got it right there. And that's Josh Lewis taking it down the field.
Josh Lewis now with it for Indian Hill. He's going to pass it off.
So that was a high pass to Brad Johnson. Brad's going to curl around and dish it off right in front of the goal, but that's John Whitehouse is not going to be able to come down with that one. And now Josh Lewis picks it up for the Braves. He's going to long pass over to Tolliver.
Tolliver looking to attack the goal a little bit.
And he's going to lose that ball. It's behind him now. There you go. Now Whitehouse picked it up and dishes off. It's a good pass to Minturn. But Indian Hill's going to call a timeout. They're going to talk it over, possibly set up a play. So Peter, what do you think the Indian Hill plan is for the rest of the game?
I mean, I think you're going to see a couple young guys get in. I mean, they do have a substantial lead here. You're going to see players that don't typically get a lot of playing time. Seeing some playing time here in this game, especially at the varsity level here. You know, get some of those jitters out because you got to prepare players for next year's. I mean, you have a lot of sophomores on the roster this year, and they'll get their playing time, they'll get their shots, they'll get their looks, and it'll be a smoother transition. It'll provide for a smoother transition next year.
Thanks, Tim. We've already seen a lot of players, younger players, get a lot of playing time. Whitehouse has gotten a lot of playing time today, so it's Minturn. The rotation has been such that a lot of the star players haven't been in as much as they normally would have been in like a close game.
Yeah, a lot of the star players haven't seen too. I mean, they saw a lot of playing time in the first half. They came back out again in the second half, but you're really seeing a lot of players get some playing time here today.
So it's Indian Hill's ball. Henry Schmidt with it right now.
Yeah, Henry Schmidt's still in the game. So Tolliver now with the ball for the Braves. Tolliver's going to do a little spin move, get right around his defender there. And he's going to be a little bit shortchanged on his pass.
And Minturn's able to scoop that one up.
But Mac Minturn having a little trouble here. Really feeling the pressure of the defense. Now Whitehouse with it. He's going to lose his footing there. And now he's going to lose the ball.
It's definitely a good effort by Whitehouse.
Well, Whitehouse, I mean, definitely just going right at the defender who's whacking away at him with his stick. So that'll be going the other way. Kentucky will now have possession of the ball. And Schmidt and Marnold will play a little defense on him. Marnold's going to pressure the goalie. And the goalie's going to burn right past him.
Ooh, and that's almost
intercepted.
Off.
Yeah.
That would have been an open net. And we get a push called on Indian Hill. So it's going to be St. X's ball. And St. X is going to lose the ball there.
But he's going to get his own lost ball. And
he loses again. And Samandel with the takeaway
Samandel
there.
with it, trying to gain possession of the ball. Ball just sitting up for grabs now.
We've had a loose ball situation for quite some time now. And finally, no.
Nope, it's loose again. Now Kentucky has it for it's back on the ground.
And now Drew Tolliver's picked it up, and he's got some wheels, so.
and it's back on the ground, so.
He's going to eat the turf, and there's no call there, even though he got clearly checked in the back.
So that was quite some time with a loose ball. no team really having possession of it. And now Kentucky's going to get it because the ball's going to go out of bounds.
And so that's a
That
good
shot's gonna be
save by Hopewell, and good effort to run after the ball to get possession for his team. So it's going to be Braves ball with about 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
So that's Boss Ross with the ball now for Indian Hill. And the boss is going to pass it right back to his goalie. And Boss will now take it up the sideline a little bit. He's going to look ahead. Henry Schmidt with the ball now for the Braves. And
That was a pass that
Arnold looking for a pass. The pass goes a little long there and goes right to the Kentucky keeper.
Yeah.
So Kentucky now with the ball. Pass it up to one of their midfielders.
And that's a bad pass by Kentucky, and it's going to be Braves ball.
So Boss Ross over to Hopewell. Hopewell now at about the 30-yard line. He's going to get a little pressure. And another loose ball situation. Finally scooped up there. Ooh. But the keeper's going to come up with it and send it the other direction. One of his attack players.
We get a shot here, and that's going to go wide right. It's going to be Kentucky's ball. And that's a shot that's blocked by Hopewell. Got a little pass back to Hopewell. Now he's going to throw it up to Franco. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. And Peter, at the end of the third quarter, the Braves lead the St. Xavier Tigers 9-2.
So some Indian Hill greats here, Andrew, as we take a break now. Some players from last year. Andrew Hoverson with sporting the new do, if you will.
He's got some quite long hair now, Peter. It's
Maybe
quite different than when he left. I mean, he left with pretty much a shorter,
almost like a crew cut, if you will.
almost a crew cut, but now it's definitely down to his shoulders.
So
it's
he's here along with Muth and
And
Scott Perrin. So always good to have ex-players come out and show their support for their school, their alma mater.
That's right. We also have Adam Tolliver, who's actually down with the team right now.
He's helping coach this year. So
That's right. And so is Mr. Bartell and one of his sons.
that'd be Ryan Bartell, who's also helping coach this year. So nice to have a couple ex-players come back out and give you a little help, little words of motivation. So Andrew, on the team, who would you really like to see score in this this last quarter? Hopewell, really, Mike Hopewell. You'd like to see Michael Hopewell. Is that just because he's the goalie and it's unlikely for him to score? You wouldn't like to see Franco Aguirre score? Or,
No.
Or
Hopewell.
Whitehouse? Or
Nope.
Nope, Michael Hopewell.
Hopewell.
So the fans have heard the thoughts of Andrew Burgess.
That's right, Peter. I want to see Michael Hopewell. I want to see him make a save. I want to see everyone turn around and run the other direction, and I want to see him take the ball out with his humongous netted stick, run all the way up the field.
Even John Kosick, you don't want to see John Kosick score? You'd rather see Michael Hopewell score?
I would rather see Michael Hopewell score.
That's interesting. But maybe it'll happen. Very doubtful. And start this fourth quarter off with a face-off. So Samandel, who has a really great handle, will be taking the ball for the Braves, but he's not going to get it. But one of his teammates,
it's Josh Lewis,
Josh Lewis, who comes up with it.
And behind the back pass. And, oh, that hits the crossbar.
And you know, just
excellent
getting tricky
pass
there. That's the thing you typically expect Andrew Kariakis to do, not Josh Lewis, but Lewis with a good pass around the back.
You got a penalty on Indian Hill. It's going to be a slash called on
number 16 for Indian Hill.
He's going to go take a seat for a while. 30 seconds.
So hopefully this St. Xavier team can capitalize on their power play opportunity right now. So really being patient here around the goal, looking for that perfect shot. He's going to rip a shot, and that's going to go wide right. And that's going to stay Kentucky ball. So they take it out of the corner there. So Indian Hill's going to kick it around a little bit. And the races are on now for the ball. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Indian Hill ball. It'll be taken by Josh Lewis for the Braves. So Lewis with the pass.
Oh, and that's definitely a slash, and finally the ref calls it.
So Indian Hill now with the advantage. And they're...
They get kind of a free thing here, if you will.
So Indian Hill will be getting the ball back because of that penalty and that laundry on the field. It's going to be a 1-minute penalty against Kentucky. So Indian Hill will be one man up now for a minute. So Andrew Kariakis taking the ball for the Braves. Kariakis with a pass. Now the other Kariakis with the ball. So Nino just working the ball around. Pretty patient.
Man,
Crank shot.
Yeah, it's a rip by Case, but that's not going to go.
It's a big rip. Case is going to get big there and fight for the ball. And that's going to be a call against Kentucky, and Indian Hill will have the ball. Case Kuzno with the ball for Indian Hill now. The pass behind the goal to Little Kariakis.
There's Danny Johnson with a shot, and that's going to hit the defender in the back.
So somehow the goalie's going to come up with it now.
Yeah, it was actually passed to him by one of his teammates.
And goalie's going to look upfield. gonna
It's
go.
going to be broken up by
out of
Chase
bounds.
Daniels.
Yeah, that's gonna remain Indian Hill's ball now. So Mike Hopel will take it out for the Braves.
Pass up to Brad Johnson, over to Nicky Kiriakis.
The Curious with
He
a shot, and
reverses,
that's
yeah,
gonna be saved.
He reverses hands. Pretty good move, and then it's saved. Brad's going to try to turn him around. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
That's a save by his leg.
Yeah, he
took
stuck
excellent
his
save
foot
there.
out and blocked it there. It's a good move by Brad Johnson, though.
Another shot and another save. So this Kentucky goalie really coming up with a lot of saves here in that one possession.
It's probably not the best area to pass it to him, and there's Matt Arnold getting possession of the ball. Oh, and he makes a bad pass, but he definitely fought hard for the ball and won that one.
So now it's going to be going the other direction, Kentucky ball, their offensive side of the field.
Oh, and that's a
Shot's
good
gonna
save
be
by Michael Hopewell.
Excellent save by Mike Hopel there. Way to anticipate the shot. And that's going to go completely the other direction now.
Oh, and another save by his foot. And we're going to have a stop of play here. Ref calls offsides. And it's going to be a 30-second penalty.
So there are a couple substitutions now. So the ref indicating that he has the ball. And Kuzno will hustle over and get it for the Braves. Over to Brad Johnson, now to AK. AK passes Schmidt to Danny Johnson, so a lot of seniors touching the ball there.
Danny Johnson with it. He thought about taking a shot there, and now he's going to back away, slow things down a bit.
So Danny's going to back out a little bit.
We're left with about 7 minutes
Ball's
left
about
in
on
the game.
25. Yeah, I think they're just running the clock here a little bit, working their offense.
AK burns by that guy. He's going to take it in, pass it to Arnold, who scores.
And that's just a great shot by Matt Arnold.
Yeah.
Great pass by Andrew Kiriakis there.
We'll see if we can't get a replay of that shortly. That's just an amazing pass and shot. It's a good field vision by Kiriakis. And here's that replay right now. I mean, take that score bug down. But there's that shot. Good pass and a good shot by Matt Arnold. And so the ball is actually flung onto Indian Hill's side of the field after that face-off, but Indian Hill gets the ball anyway.
Marcus Lewis now with the ball for Indian Hill. He's going to blow right by a defender there. And
pass it
now he's
off
gonna pass
early.
over to Kiriakis.
Pass over to Schmidt, and Schmidt's
Yeah, actually, that was
shot's
Schmidt.
going to be deflected. But, you know, he had a little more time. He didn't have to pass so soon, but he's definitely being a team player there. Into Matt Arnold.
With a great move, and
Ooh, and
that's going to be
another.
deflected
Yeah.
by the goalie. Nice little spin move there. And that's going the other way. Lose control of it, but he's going to pick it up himself. So it's going to be a timeout for St. X from Kentucky. And Andrew, what is this Louisville team thinking right now? This Kentucky team, what are they thinking about?
They're probably thinking about the long, probably about 2-hour bus ride home. That's all I can. I'm not really sure, Peter. You're down by 8. There's about 6 minutes left to go. I mean,
we've seen crazier things here at Tomahawk.
we have seen crazier things. We have seen the miracle at Tomahawk.
I mean, there was the miracle at Tomahawk, the manual girls lacrosse game. It wasn't even guys, it was girls. Probably the most exciting lacrosse game I've ever seen.
Definitely the most exciting lacrosse game
I mean,
I've ever
live
seen.
at least. I mean, the most exciting
Yeah.
would have to be the Indian Hill State game. I've seen that on tape. Very exciting game. But other than that, it would have to be the girls game against Manual last year when they came back in the last minute, really. Scored about 3 or 4 goals to
4 goals in
to
about
come
a
away with
minute
the
and 30
victory.
seconds.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Play has really picked up for the St. Xavier keeper. I mean, he's really elevated his level of play. Only let in 1 goal. 1 goal, isn't that correct, Andrew? This quarter so far?
Yeah.
So he's been playing better in the second half. He let quite a few in the first, but not as many in the second half.
So it's Kentucky's ball here. Ten Eyck's guarding his man closely.
So that's
And
going to
we
be a
get
flag.
there, yeah.
Tonight's stick gets tangled in with his, and he's going to get the flag for it. So
And he gets a turnover eventually. And that's going to be a 30-second penalty.
Holding penalty on the Braves. It'll be 30-second penalty.
The shot's going to try to bounce it off the turf, but it's going to bounce wide left. Kentucky will keep control of the ball now.
That's a terrible, terrible pass by Kentucky.
Way
I think
wide.
Samandal's going to get there first. And he's pushing the back. There's no call there. And Samandal comes up with
Samandal
it.
comes up with it. Samandal's going to take it all the way down.
Takes
and
a
rip
shot. Which is saved. And now Hank's got it.
So now Indian Hill will set up their offense. The shot fired at goal, but that's going to be a little high. Another shot, another save for this Kentucky keeper. So that's going to go out, and Indian Hill's going to get possession of the ball. So a long pass there, Indian Hill. So a good move there and a shot off the turf. That's going to be a save.
Yeah, we're going to have a stop play by the ref here. Offsides once again. This is going to be on Kentucky. You know, they've had real serious problems with these offsides calls. This is probably the 4th or 5th time they've been called for offsides in this game, and that's just fundamental mistake that you
I mean,
cannot
I
afford
mean
in a
that
game.
really is a fundamental mistake. I mean,
You've got
coaching should almost correct that.
Oh yeah.
That mistake.
Your teammates and your players have got to be aware of where they are on the field at all times and where everyone else is on the field, so that they know if they can cross that midfield line or not. And at the same note, the other players need to know when they need to come back across that line to let other players go. It's just something you got to work on, and they don't have that down yet.
There's a shot by Kyriakis, and that's going to be high.
There's a little Kyriakis to Kyriakis action.
Now that Greek fire, that Greek lightning, you got to love it.
Oh, yeah.
Some of that pasta salad, that's the magic. They all eat that pasta salad, you know. Mrs. Kyriakis makes it. It's something else. I mean, you wonder how Andrew can recover so quickly from so many injuries this year. It's definitely the pasta salad.
And there's a goal. There's an assist by Danny Johnson, and we'll see if we can't have a replay of that long rip by AK.
So Andrew Kyriakis with a goal there. And didn't seem to be in the camera shot there. So I don't know if we'll be getting a replay of that, Andrew.
Once again, we do have a pair of missing car keys in the reservoir there to a Toyota, and attached to the keychain is a bingo card. They are your car keys. Please come to the press box.
And
So Ryan Murray taking the face off for Indian Hill. So looks like John Kostick in the game for the Braves, seeing some of his first playing time probably this season.
yeah, he was injured earlier. So this might be his first game.
Always nice to get some guys who don't get too much playing time, some experience.
And Drew Tolliver's going to turn it on and burn
Tolliver
past those two
turning
guys.
on the Jets there.
And he's got some jets. And there's
That's a
Patrick
rip.
Mitchell
Oh.
with a shot.
So that's going to go the other direction. Gonna evade a few Indian Hill defenders there. Shot, and that's going to go over the goal. Looks like Indian Hill's going to keep the possession. And Hopel's going to give it up. Indian Hill now with the ball. Pass back to the goalie. So Hopel's not going to push it upfield, Andrew, and look for the goal like you want him to. Tucky going the other direction. Really having a trouble with these loose balls.
It was a good save by Michael Hopewell.
And that shot's going to go in. So nice bit of passing there by this Kentucky team.
Xavier goal line number 22 out here. Assistant number 14.
So that's going to cut the Braves lead to 8.
With less than a minute to go in this game. So maybe they'll put Hopewell at attack. You never know. I don't think we're gonna see it.
Yeah, I
but
don't think we're going to see it now.
maybe he'll get a last-second shot or something.
right, so that's going to be a penalty on Indian Hill. It's going to remain Kentucky's ball with 33 seconds left. And that shot's going to go high. It's going to remain Kentucky's ball.
Yep, still going to be Kentucky's ball. They're going to get another rip here at the goal.
With 26 seconds left.
You know, maybe they'll put another one in. Maybe the 2-hour ride home won't be quite as bad, but it's not looking that way now.
Now as Marcus Lewis takes the ball up the field with 15 seconds left.
Maybe getting one more shot for Indian Hill.
I
Marcus
don't
going to
know.
take it all by himself. Take it behind the goal. 8 seconds left. Now 5. No one really looking to take the shot, and it just looks like the time is going to expire. And so at the end of this one, Indian Hill 11. The St. X from Kentucky.
Tigers, the St. X Tigers.
Yeah, that's the
3.
St. X. So Indian Hill wins this one really easily, and you know this has got to be a good win for Indian Hill.
That's right. I'm Andrew Burgess.
And I'm Peter Carr.
Until next time, you stay classy, Indian Hill.